tradition which dates back a very, very long way to the days when a fine education could be got from the monks. The history of the boy soprano is really ancient. We don't really know exactly when they started to be singing with the monks, but it's a great opportunity to be able to sing this kind of music, this kind of traditional boys' choir music, which people don't really get too much of a chance to hear, simply because there are not many boys' choirs in the United States.
Well, the thing that's interesting is because of the location of St. Paul's here in Harvard Square and the university across the street from us that we serve as well, the reality is that we're at a crossroads of the world. We have people from literally every four corners of the world present here in Harvard Square at one time or another.
From its founding in 1963, the St. Paul's Choir School set out to cultivate music, mind, and faith. Mr. John Robinson was recruited by the head of St. Paul's and Harvard's senior chaplain, Father Michael Dre, to be the school's choir master.
He was phenomenal from day one. His sincerity, his professionalism, his great desire to see this particular genre of music thrive, all came out. The joy in his heart, he himself being a chorister at Hereford Cathedral as a young boy, and going on to Cambridge.
I've wanted to do this since I was 11 years old. By the time I was in about the third year of being a choir boy, I was intrigued by the organ, I was intrigued by the conducting of the choir, and I wanted to be part of that somehow for the rest of my life. I wasn't really sure how or what would happen.
John Robinson would find himself realizing his dreams from all those years ago, but in a different Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I would say that there's an intersection of truth and beauty, certainly in what we do as a choir in St. Paul's. And I think that has profound ramifications on the way we make music, because music is something which is obviously temporal and yet striving for effects which are out of time. Sing, so that you hit the NG quite hard.
Music permeates all aspects of life in the choir school.
I want 3 sets of the LEDs, and we're going to put them through and shine, see which colors are being absorbed.
Whether it's your traditional disciplines, the academic disciplines of science and math and English and history and religion, all of those very important academic disciplines that the boys engage on a daily basis. We've been very fortunate to be able to take them to our nation's capital in Washington, D.C., New York City.
Performing anywhere from the national anthem at Fenway Park to performances with Leonard Bernstein. Performing Mahler with the Boston Symphony Orchestra, or Boston Pops, and the Boys Choir at Carnegie Hall. Yet there was another recent highlight, which was one for the history books.
I think that the most inspiring for them was our trip to Rome last fall. To sing at St. Peter's Basilica, for one, singing the beautiful Latin introit as we were walking in was just absolutely moving, but particularly when we were at the audience with Pope Francis as well. Now here we are in the midst of St. Peter's Square, so that was significant, that was special.
And it really was exceptionally energetic and vibrant.
Yet despite the global appearances and accolades, there was still one accomplishment the 50-year-old school had yet to achieve. All that would change when Robinson's choir caught the ear of recording industry veterans and an international recording deal with Aim Higher and Decca Records. Enter Grammy-winning producer Blanton Allspaw and a truck full of recording equipment. The debut album, A Christmas Project.
Guys, all we're thinking about is beauty, all right?
Sleep, 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 my dearest baby, sleep.
It's one gesture. It's like swinging a baseball bat or a golf club. It's one gesture. Let's do that.
We talked about different concepts and what we were wanting to do with the Christmas album.
I'd say, out of all of them, I like Ding Dong Merrily on High.
Probably The Little Road to Bethlehem.
O Magnum Mysterium by Victoria.
Much better. It's not just a case of watching, because you are all watching. It's a case of trying to just time it together so it's on the beat. I have a particular fondness for the track Jesus Christ the Apple Tree. And which is one of the first recordings of a boys' choir I remember listening to and thinking, I really want to do that.
So my son Christian, now a sixth grader here, he saw himself through his elementary school, primarily as an athlete who liked to do his best in school. So when it came to about fourth grade, he started to not feel as academically challenged. So he asked, what can we do about that? And I said, well, why don't we check out the boys' choir school? And he wasn't that interested in singing at the time. But I said, you know, it's not only excellent musical education, it's also great academic education. And he had not sung much prior to that. And he came in as a blank slate, and he's really progressed very quickly because of the great musical instruction.
The music gives a good work ethic. If a song is really hard, just to always try to sing that song or learn it. And most of the time, we do learn it, and we get really good at it.
So when I think of the boys and the way that they sing as a group, I think of great team effort. It's heavenly, it's pure, it's high. I wish I could sing notes that high.
It's been an amazing journey for us. We have been able to travel to Rome and New York with the boys singing, and John has taken them to places that, singing-wise, that have been amazing for Mark himself personally and all the boys in the choir. His understanding of music is far beyond my knowledge right now because he has learned so much from John.
I think people will be surprised at how sophisticated the musicianship is. When they hear this album, they won't hear 9 and 10-year-olds. They will just hear music making that's well beyond the actual years that these boys have lived so far.
Suddenly, the classical tradition that infused the Cambridge School would find a larger, global audience. The Christmas tradition, memorialized in 19 tracks, and the sound of angels.